video in this therapy course for anxiety. In the last video, I explained a little bit about why anxiety happens and showed you a quick technique to help you to manage your anxiety in the short term. In this video, we're going to start looking at making some longer term changes. Now, we've been talking a little bit about how it's the way that we think about things that makes us feel anxious. In particular, two types of thought. A thought where we overestimate disaster and a thought where we underestimate our ability to cope. These thoughts combine to switch on our sympathetic nervous system, which then triggers the thoughts of or the feelings of anxiety. So if we want to reduce anxiety, we need to turn off our sympathetic nervous system, and we do this by working on these two thoughts. The first step in that is to identify those thoughts. Now, in the initial stages, this is easier said than done, because those thoughts that we have relatively regularly kind of almost become a bit automatic. They operate in our subconscious awareness. So over the next few days, all I want you to do is to draw your attention to those thoughts whenever you notice your anxiety rising, to tune into those thoughts and ask yourself the question, what is the disaster that I am predicting? And secondly, how am I telling myself that I'm not going to be able to cope? Jot these thoughts down. To begin with, it's going to probably feel like a bit of a guessing game, but over time you'll start to feel more confident that you're getting hold of the thoughts that are making you feel anxious. This exercise in itself is a bit anxiety provoking, so use the breathing technique that we discussed in the last video to take the edge off any extra anxiety that you feel. Okay, finally, once you've got hold of your thought, if you can answer yes to the question, would this thought make anyone feel anxious, then you've got hold of something that we can work with. Just a final mention about the anxiety diary, which hopefully you're keeping at the end of every day. If you've let this slide, don't worry, just restart it. Having a few days off, it doesn't matter. But try and restart it, because over the next couple of weeks, you'll start to notice some changes in your anxiety, and this diary will ensure that you don't miss those changes. In the next video, I'm going to introduce you to some of the most common thinking patterns or thinking mistakes that we make when we feel anxious. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you soon.